Check out the cool stuff we got today here at the flea market. This, I wanted a lot for it, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna spend that much. Talked him down, paid for it. Here it is, old fishing box. Toolbox fishing boxes. Look at that. Dang cool. Well, folks, was out and about. Like our fishing lures, stopped at a flea market. We're down here in Florida. Yeah, I'm in my camper again. I think the sound's a little better in the camper than in my kitchen. Anyway, old school gold at the flea market. Then we stopped at this flea market last year. We kind of run across it on a whim. Just noticed it, stopped. Did a show on that last year. Fishing lures, fishing reels, whatever I could find. Trying to stay away from them fishing reels. Spend the money on it. Stay focused. Stay focused, grasshopper. Here's one of the things I found. What is it? I don't know. I can't find it. So welcome to my show. Dusty doesn't know. But ain't that cool looking? Look at that deal. What is it? Got a propeller on it. Top water? Yes, maybe. Hard to tell with some of these older lures. It has got old school hardware on it. As far as I could tell, it's plastic. There's the seam. So it can't be super old. But it could be older than me. Yeah, plastic then. And what is it? It's crazy cool. But I can't tell you what it is. So if you know, let me know. I mean, had to have it. Rooting through a basket, you can see it. Forget where we were, but it was a neat little flea market in Florida, and like a lot of other flea markets. But I was rooting through things. She had all this stuff marked, but her brother and brother-in-law, all those kind of folks would still stuff down there in a basket she was selling, and bought a nice fishing reel off her last year. But I looked up the name, nothing. Like, so I'm not even going to tell you the name because, yeah, obviously wrong because I couldn't come up with anything. It's not in the old books. It's not on can't Google it up. But ain't that cool? Wonder what this is all about. Chunks out of the side, and then look at this little dip. Somebody went to some trouble to do that. Does that do something cool? We're gonna find out. And it was a little one. They had two of them. And I bought quite a few things. You can see me root through it on my video of that flea market. And rooting through there, and I bought a bunch of stuff, made a pile, and she gave me a good price. Knocked down the price on it. Luckily, her family gave her the permission to knock down the prices. Some of the prices were high, and some things not so much. And these weren't bad, so gave me a good deal on them. The big one, got the frog-colored little one, red and yellow. I mean, I'm gonna catch fish on these. Don't know what they are. May lose them before I know what they are, but if you know, you're already going, don't fish that. Oh, get over it. You know, I'm going to fish them. That's what they're for. And they're not exactly pristine condition. That one's a little better than the little guy, but pretty cool. Kind of like topwater lures, but you don't know with these old lures because might not be. A lot of underwater lures had props. Pretty dang cool. So, stay tuned. See what else I got. Oh man, I just love it. It's fun. Yeah, it's neat to get on the eBay and scroll and scroll and scroll. You got nothing else to do on your phone or your computer. Killing time, yeah. But when you're out and about in the field, you come across stuff like this, it's just such a thrill. Like catching a fish. Even better. What? Yeah. A lot of fun. So what are these? Like I said, they wrote something on the bags, but it didn't come up when I tried to look it up. So I ain't gonna poison your mind with probably the wrong name. Because if it don't come up in a search, what? Pretty dang cool. Pretty dang cool. Yeah. And I was videoing along. You know, sometimes when you're videoing, you miss stuff. You know, I get back and I edit these videos. I look at these videos. Oh, I missed that. Usually nothing too awfully big deal. But I videoed right past these guys in the box with the paperwork. Yeah, that's a big deal. People chucked that out and the paperwork out, and they fished the fishing lure. Bomber. It's a bomber. Yeah, I got a couple videos on fishing. One I caught a big pike on a bomber. I think the first time I used one. Yeah, I know I did. And then the next morning I fished it, and it was a tough morning. And this was the lure that was catching the fish. Jason was up front throwing all our normal stuff out there, and he wasn't doing all that good, but I was doing good on the bomber, and then he caught some on the bomber later. Even perch. Sunnies, bass, pike. They catch fish. Yeah, I could do a commercial. Of course, wouldn't do any good because they don't make them anymore. They made a lot of these. You can get them pretty cheap if you want to get the version to fish. This one, he looks like he's been out fishing probably. Put him in the box. And there was another one sitting there. Bomber water dog. Now, of course, nothing in there. But basically because it weren't the right lure. But it's got the paperwork. And the guy would get that little chagrined look on his face when I pointed out to him that the lure in there was not no water dog. But I walked right by these things, videoing right along there, and then boom. And this was what was in the box. It's a creek chub injured minnow. Yeah, creek chub injured minnow. Got the words right there on the side. I don't know if you can see that. Creek chub injured minnow. I don't know if he's seriously trying to deceive. This is no water dog. But the box worth it, and the price was right. I think got the two of them for $10, I think, something like that. So, sweet. And creek chub. I'll catch fish on that. And I'll catch fish on that bomber. So, gotta be happy about that. And down here in Florida, this is a Florida company. The Dalton Twist. Dalton Twist. And this one, kind of like a jitterbug. Only this is barracuda. Barracuda. Now I imagine this thing goes along like a jitterbug. Bloop, 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 bloop. So where they come up with barracuda, I don't know. But it was distributed by the Barracuda Company and Dalton Twist. Dalton Twist. And I think it says what town, but I can't read that. Florida. Pretty cool, huh? They make jitterbugs long like this. And Dalton Twist, big down in Florida, because they made them in Florida. Lots of different versions, and this is one of them. That Barracuda in cursive. That's going to impress the fish. No. But it's going to catch a fish. Stay tuned. We're going to catch a fish on that. Because he's in good condition, but not great condition. Got a deal on that? Pretty good deal. Lady was really nice. Stacked that stuff up, and then she gave me a price on it. And then I talked her down a little further. But you got to do that, right? And off a different guy. He had a bunch of different lures out, and he had this Devil's Horse, I believe it is, but don't say it on there. Smithwick. I'm thinking, if you know better, you let me know. Got propellers on it, so I'm thinking the Devil's Horse. And basically, this is what the fish looks at. Most people put the eyes on the side. But I think the smart bait companies put them on the bottom. When the fish is looking up at that thing on the surface going zzz, 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 zzz. That's where you're going to see the eyes, not on the side. You ain't going to see them eyes. Pretty dang cool. And I love the color. Love the size. I think will catch me fish. Smithwick, been around forever. They make a lot of lures and a lot of cool things. And, toothpick. Got me a toothpick. That was off the other lady with the basket full of lures. And toothpick don't have any propellers. Well, that says toothpick on it. Doesn't say Smithwick. It says toothpick, I think. Yeah, they put it on there, but it ain't too readable. Now this one don't have anything on it. Now these guys copied each other a lot. The different lure companies. Yeah. So it could be somebody else made that. Uncle Ben's or something. Uncle Ben's, is that right? Or Old Ben? And yeah. Learn your stuff, Dusty. And another one. Now this is also a Dalton twist. I didn't know they made these. So this puppy is kind of like the Devil's Horse. Only it's from Dalton Twist. Don't say Barracuda on it. You have to use your imagination. Kind of more shaped like a Barracuda in it. Top water lure. Yeah, chuck it out there, leave it sit, and sometimes just crank it across, because sometimes that's what they want. And get fish on that. Dalton Twist, big deal down in Florida. Not too hard to find down here. Yeah. And then some things. This is a brush popper from, let's see, Hidden quarter ounce. I would have thought it was heavier than that. I would have thought like 3/8. Quarter ounce. Test that out. That looks like the original skirt because it's a little mungy. Got a propeller on the front. And so basically it don't sit like that. It sits like this. Goes across top of the water. Hook sticking up. Fish comes up, boom. You can take it across the pads, across the weeds, hydrilla, whatever you got where you live. And I've been seeing these. These go for a decent $1. So this one was $10, I think. And snatched it up because no shipping and cheaper than I'm used to seeing them. Good shape. We're going to catch a fish on that from Hidden. Ain't that a crazy looking deal? But I have total confidence that's going to catch a fish because it's going to make a big ruckus on the surface. And that's what the fish is looking at. I love that. Total confidence in that because that fish. If you're going to put eyes on a lure, put them where the fish can see them. Now, it doesn't matter if it's an underwater crankbait or something, but Top water lure. Put them where the fish can see them. They don't look up and go, those eyes don't belong there. It's just a confidence thing. It might not even matter if there's eyeballs or not. You see stuff on the YouTube. They put hooks on a stick and catch a fish on it. Yeah, that's just too cool. I've been waiting to get one of them brush poppers and to say that on a show. Got one on the brush popper. Hear me now. Go catch fish on it. You're the cocky guy in here? So I know, it's gonna work. Little George. But look how many blades it's got on it. 2. Usually Little George just had 1. 2. And it's a little shaped a little different. And usually Little Georges are teardrop shaped. And 2 blades. Too cool. Man's Bait Company. But at some point, and I imagine them things kind of clack and clatter and make a fuss. And might color one up orange, got the black, and put on one of those blades some orange. Total confidence in that I'm going to catch me some fish. Pretty dang cool. And what else did we get? Another top water. Hold on a second. Alright. We're in our camper in Florida. Kathy just came back from walking. Gotta let her know what I'm doing because she's like a guy talking to himself. Sure, doing something crazy, right? We got another top water, and this is seriously old. That's deer hair. Got a weed guard on it. Great big hook. And a buzzbait blade. Liking top water. Guess I'll try dropping it down and bringing it up, but hogging old school. Kind of let that one go. Came back around, looped around into Flea Market. Got this one and a couple others. Maybe I should get that. That would be cool. Catch on fish on the show. And pretty dang neat. It's so simple. What? You thought the buzzbait was new? No. That's seriously old. Right? Just looking at it, you know that. Go catch fish. The Daily Double. Love my gadget lures. Daily Double in frog color. Yeah, I'm a sucker for that. Got a little red on it. It's from Millsite Lures. The Daily Double 2-way bait. Hopefully that's in focus. And, Daily Double 2-way bait. And each end, let's see what that say. Can't see that way. Shallow. That's the shallow end. And that's the deep end. Says it right on there. And say what? Well, Daily Double means you hook it this way, well, and you go shallow. I checked. This side, and you go deep. And you just switch it around and keep fishing. Yeah, you're fishing the deep water, then you move into the shallow, or vice versa. And there you go. Got an orange version of this. I had a fish on with it, but it got off. We're going to catch a fish on it. It's just got to see. It's just too dang cool. Now, this is one of them ones you gotta really be feeling it to use it, because boy, that's a wacko looking deal on it. I'm confident in that color, so, and it's cool. That's pretty dang cool. Daily Double from Millsite. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cool little flea market. We stopped there last year and found some cool stuff. Did again. So you never know. You can stop at these things. They got nothing but junk. Saw a lot of crappy fishing rods. Lots of bait casters down here in Florida for the bay and ocean. You got this guy. I never heard of these guys before. Check that out. Looks like sucker color. natural bait. And it's called a Boone Castana. Yeah, however you pronounce that. Boone Castana. Something like that. And obviously old by the looks of that hardware. And I gotta clean it up some. But good shape. And I got a decent price on it. Right now. Pretty sweet. You can still buy these new. You can tell this one's old. Look at that hardware. But yeah, I looked it up and you can still buy these. Hey, new old school. Of course, they're plastic and a different deal, but that gives me some confidence right there. They're still selling them. That ain't no flashy looking deal there, is it? Here, pretty sure this is a mirror lure. Usually tell these mirror lures because that foil they use inside the lure never gets quite straight. And that's got a little wrinkle in it. But it's a popper. I didn't know they made a popper. It's got deer hair on the back. Red and yellow. Yeah. Got me there. Like a bass looking deal, shiner. And red in the mouth. Gonna catch fish on that. I'm pretty sure it's a mirror. Mirror lure. So they never quite get that foil perfect. And probably do it on purpose because it makes it look more natural. Cool. We're gonna catch fish on that too. Pretty dang sweet. Another popper, red and yellow skirt on it. And, I don't know if it says anything on this one. Oh, LNS. LNS L6 or 16. I'm not sure. Maybe it's an LNS 16. But it's kind of cool. Very similar to the other one without the fancy finish on the side. So whoever owned these was really into surface poppers, and that'll catch fish. Yeah. Like a oversized fly rod lure. LNS. I don't know much about LNS. If you do, put it down in the comments. But, I'm pretty sure it's a mirror lure. This one says LNS on it. I guess the other one would too if it was one. Would say it on there. Here is another one that might be a mirror lure. Don't really say it on it, but it also has that foil in there that ain't quite right. You know, just never get it quite smooth. Which I'm fine with that because I'm pretty sure the fish don't care. And if they do care, they probably make it look more normal. And this one is a 5M23. I'm thinking mirror lure, but if it's something else, let me know. Maybe you know just by what's written on the bottom there, which is just some numbers. And, we're going to catch fish on that. That's going to make a heck of a racket with those spinners on each end. Props. Goes in long. Boom! There you have us fish. This little guy is original Midge or Reno. I think South Bend. And don't say South Bend on it, but I'm thinking maybe it's just too small to have all them words on it. That little guy, little bassarino, fisherino. Not sure if it's a floater or a sinker, but got that old hardware on it. And it says original. They're right on there. Not copy, it's the original. In case fish can read. They'd be impressed. We're going to catch fish on that. This guy. No words on it. Nothing. I think her family had written on there shallow diver wood beat, something like that. And but I'm a sucker for that frog color. Of course, it's a fish, not a frog. But red on the front, you hook it in here, kind of like a Bayou Boogie or something. Like a rattle trap, but it's just a solid piece of wood. Yeah, no rattles. Pretty cool. Take a chance on that. That looks kind of cool. So I'm gonna go fish it. It's, you know, a little beat up. Whenever things are beat up like that a little bit, I put a little super glue on there. Just, you know, then it keeps the paint from peeling off further down, because this is a painted lure. Yep, they used to paint them. Pretty dang cool. And good size, good color. Won't catch me a fish on that. Pretty sweet. Sweet find at the local flea market. I've done well there. Well, I did well there last year. Went this year. I think we tried to go twice last year, but one day they were calling for bad weather and a lot of people didn't show up, so it's kind of lame. But I did a video on this flea market, so check it out. There's a lot of things I don't buy. I just show you. You probably don't care if I buy it or not. If I don't buy it, then it's there for you to buy. Well, once again, what is that? And his little brother. Who made those? And what are they called? I don't know. Like I said, there was something written on the bag. You may see that in the video. Probably would. But when I Googled it up, nothing. Nothing. Looked in the book, nothing. Did search on several different engines, nothing. So, yeah, if you got a clue who made these, they got rattles in them. I guess you can't tell, but yeah, I know. Gotta do it. Pretty dang cool. Well, you folks, thank you so much for coming along. Check out the flea market I got this stuff at, because like I said, a lot of stuff I don't buy. I'm pretty cheap. Gotta keep it under control. Thank you so much for coming along. And if you can help me out with that, sure appreciate it. Leave a comment, even if you're just commenting on how much you like or don't like this what we're doing. And if you get a chance, give us a like and a subscribe. Sure would appreciate it. Help this thing grow. More activity you get on it, the more subscribers, likes, subscriptions are free. Yeah, I know if you're my age, you're like, what? Nobody's coming to your door with expecting you to pay up? No. Free. But anyway, thank you so much. You folks have a great day. Well, here's another look at it. All stacked up nice and neat. Hope you enjoyed checking that all out. My adventure to the flea market. What I got. Pretty dang cool. Collecting and fishing. You folks have a great day. Thank you so much.